This is Bambu Studio, and I'm going to show you how to print on a Bambu printer. First, we need some STL files. I'm going to get them from this directory right here, download them from my Google Drive, put them on my desktop, and be able to work with them there. As you can see, this is the gear we're going to print. Here's the zip file. I'm going to extract all and look at the directory that comes out of that. And then here are 4 files. So I'm going to copy that directory right there. And go over here to Bambu Studio and start loading up those files. So I can hit the plus sign right there, and notice where I clicked it right here. So this means add a plate, but this means add a part. And so I'm going to paste my directory up there, or I could browse over to the desktop and find it. So here's the mount. It looks like that right there. You can change the color of it. As you can see, it's not really laying flat, so let's lay that one flat. Let's click right here and see if it will automatically flatten it out. Otherwise, it will require supports to be able to print this if we left it the other way. All right, let's add the other part. How about the next one, the axis? And you can see it kind of overlaps with the other one. You can move it around. And of course, I don't think it's the best way to print there. You can see a little gap there. It's going to leave some material underneath it. So let's see if we can automatically stand it up on its end, bring it a little closer, and add 2 more parts. We just put the clip and the gear in there and see how it does it. It says you want it to be multiple parts. Usually I leave these as separate objects. You can load them in one at a time if you like. So there's the C-clamp that's going to go on top of this thing. And we need 2 of them. So let's right click on it and say clone. And now we have 2 of those. And then this one right here, it's not going to print very well sitting up like that. So we need to rotate it over. Another way to rotate it over is you click right here. And actually, there's another tool. See, for this one right here, you have to kind of, rotate around, I think, like this, right? And then type in the number. But let's not do that. Let's instead click on this and look at this tool, and it says which face you want to put down. You say that one, and you're set. And we need 2 of these, so right-click and clone on that. Then what we can do is right-click right here and arrange. Now, hopefully, it's going to make a really nice collection here, but it's not great. So let's just manually place these over here so that everybody in the class can have a corner of this plate in order to print on, with the clips over here and maybe the gear right there and right there. And so everybody will kind of have a section of this to bring in their own files, just like I did, learn how to place them. And then we can select the color for whichever the class decides to use for this print, and we'll print several of them right here. What you do next is you take these STL files, which stands for stereolithography. You slice them up into layers, and so you hit slice plate right there. And then what you can do is look closely at this. You see it's down the preview plane like this, and you can see the individual traces on there. Now, if I change it to maybe a different color, it might be easier to see. Change it over here to white. You can see a little bit of that. Slice the plate again. And if I go down like this, you can see how it's printing each layer. So it's going to have a lot of hollow space in there like so. Okay. And that is basically how it's going to slice up. Now this one looks like it has a support around the bottom. That'll help it stand up. I guess that'll be okay. Then we're just going to say print plate. Now for this one right here, my printer is already printing something else. So what we'll do instead is we will just go through the process here. You would hit send, and then a camera would come on and you would be printing. Here's the view of the camera. You can see that I already have something else on the plate right down here. So it would be not a good idea to start the print with this in the way. Now, you do want to note that any part that you have over in SolidWorks, you can save it as an STL file. So we get save as. And I'll put this on the desktop also. See where it says STL there? Stereolithography. And let's see, go to desktop, and I'll just put it right there. It's going to slice it up. You can see it's kind of got vectors in there to describe the shape of this. And then I can show you that any part that you have here, you can load in Now we're not going to do that particular part. We're only going to do this one as individuals in class. But I do want to show you that you can print anything that you design. In SolidWorks, you save it as a SolidWorks file, then save it as a STL file. And here's the STL file right here. And you can see there's the part. I can see this overlapping. So if we tried to slice this up, it's not going to let me do that. It's going to say you got some errors right there overlapping. And so we could do some auto arranging. But today in class, let's just do manual arrangement so that we can place all the parts on there for everybody to see. And then go back and over here to prepare, we can remove that part here. Okay, so once the printing starts, you can use your phone and go over to the window. You can actually open up the door and let's say take like a 10-second video clip of the object printing, and that will be what you upload into D2O. All right, hope this helps get you started. Oh, wait, there's one more thing. Yeah, we can go over here. If you go over here to home, you can go over to, I think, Maker Lab and just find anything you really want to print, like any other kind of gear. And so here's some examples. So you could look through some of these examples. This is makerworld.com, and you can find all kinds of things that people have already designed that you can print. All right, that's all I have. I'll see you soon.